Milwaukee just came out with an M12 3/8" crown stapler. This stapler spans the gap between a hand stapler and a hammer tacker. And at $99, Milwaukee was able to replace an arduous hand tool, make it easy to use, faster, and they still kept it small enough to fit inside your tool bag. And I'm thinking the M12 platform was the right place for this tool because it allows you to kind of keep that size of the tool small and compact and really portable. The M12 stapler is really designed for the contractor who's using it as a primary tool all day. But guys, look, it's durable and it's easy to use. Anybody can use this. Typical applications for a tool like this would be craft face insulation, polyethylene vapor barrier, Thermo-Pan sheeting for return air ducts, Cornerbead, and even craft work. But to me, when I look at tools like this, the big takeaway is, as contractors, we need to think about ourselves as job site athletes and do things to reduce injury. Athletes do this stuff all the time. Many of the applications we're doing on our jobs are directly attributed to ergonomic overuse injuries. And those risk factors are high task repetitions, forceful exertions, and repetitive strained awkward positions. I was on a ladder today twisting and my back's sore right now. Repetitive motion and the force required to operate a hand stapler translates into considerable fatigue, and that over time, or years of use, can cause injury. Well, the M12 stapler requires 80% less effort than a hand stapler. It's 35% lighter than the only cordless competitor on the market right now, and that's the 18-volt Makita version. All of this, to me, translates into reduced hand and forearm strain and decreased long-term injury. It's compact, it's lightweight, 3.5 pounds with the battery, 7¼ inches long, 1.5 wide at the nose. It's great. It fits into tight corners, small spaces. It really works nice. As far as runtime goes, it will fire 1,500 staples on a 1.5 amp hour battery. That equates to a carton plus. A simple rule of thumb on this stapler is that you can fire approximately 1,000 staples for every amp hour of battery. The capacity of the stapler is 89 staples. That's a strip. And it ranges from 1/4 inch to 9/16 long. It has a dry fire lockout feature, and it will lock out at 5 staples. And like I said, it'll easily hold a strip. It holds a strip of 79 Arrow T50 staples and 84 Stanley staples. There is a contact and sequential fire option. It will operate either way. There is an indicator, a staple leg locating indicator imprinted on the tool, and it allows you to see kind of where the leg of the staple is going. That's great, but I found it easier to just locate the workpiece bracket, basically the safety on the nose of the tool, and I use that as a guide. One nice feature with the bump fire option, which I should mention, is that you don't need to select it. You don't need to turn it on or off. All you do is hold the trigger in, push the tool, and lift it up and off and on the workpiece. And that workpiece contact bracket, the nose safety, activates the tool. For sequential operation, simply just push down, pull the trigger, release, lift it, do it again. The belt clip is different than M12 tools that we're used to. It's bigger, wider, and very similar to the M12 metal shear tool. The clip has more space in between the body of the tool and the clip. And we found that it was easily attached to both my tool bags as well as the belt on my tool bag. It was great. Located on the upper right portion of the tool is a power adjustment knob. This allows you to dial the depth of staple into the substrate. This adjustment basically controls the force of a spring inside the tool, which adjusts, it basically adjusts the energy in the driver mechanism. It's easy to use. Just dial it up and down. I used the stapler to do some craft face insulation. We installed some poly and Tyvek, as well as we played around here in the shop with some Cornerbead. With the Tyvek stuff, we were just doing window replacements. Obviously, if we were installing, house wrap, a hammer tacker would be the faster, more efficient tool to use. While using it, I found myself alternating between the belt hook, hanging it on the hook, and just dropping it right into my bags. It's that small. It front loads, and we never experienced a jam, although we did force a jam on purpose. I tried to nail it to some metal corner bead, and we were able to clear those easily with a screwdriver. As far as metal corner bead goes, there is mixed feedback on installing metal corner bead with this M12 stapler. A lot of the feedback has been that the tool cannot fasten metal corner bead. However, it can, as long as it's used for the metal bead that's it's depending, I guess it's depending on how the bead is being fastened and how the user prefers to fasten that bead. This stapler is not intended to use with metal corner bead that has the triangles in it. In those cases, we recommend using drywall screws or another method. The metal beads that have pre-existing holes in it along the edges of the bead, you can staple those. It takes some practice. As long as you can fasten one staple into the hole and span it, and the other staple goes into the drywall or the wood or the corner. It actually hits an absolute home run with Trimtex plastic and metal mesh corner bead. You can staple directly through these materials and it's great. Currently, most guys in the field with this kind of corner bead are using a pneumatic stapler or a dual-fast half-inch crown T50 stapler to do it. As far as competitor staplers, there's the Makita 3/8 crown stapler. It's the only true pro brand competition to the M12 right now. The Makita is, as a bare tool, it's $179. It's almost it's $80 more, and $500 as a kit. So the bare tool is $80 more, and the kit is huge money. There's also the Arrow T50 stapler that has an internal rechargeable 12-volt battery. That's around $80. The max staple on that stapler, though, is only a half-inch. It's really not a pro solution. The M12 stapler, it's $99 as a bare tool. It's $80 cheaper than the Makita and $149 kitted. That's a huge difference. And it's lighter. The kit comes with the stapler, a 1.5 amp hour battery, a charger, and a contractor bag. And comparably, like I said, the Makita bare tool is $179 and $499 kitted. And overall, as far as this Milwaukee goes, we found it fast, easy, and efficient to use. It's completely and efficiently replaces a hand stapler without really losing too much size. To me, this equates to an efficient tool and one that's really worth the investment. I'm Rob Robillard. If you'd like to read the review that has a lot more information and specs and features on this stapler, go to toolboxbuzz.com. Please consider subscribing. Click that button below. See you at the next review. Take care.